Go ahead and get started. So what I'm making today is a lacy flower that can be used in different ways, and I'm going to show you at the end how you can use it in different ways. And I'll also show you, if you remember, or if you're new, you maybe didn't see it, but you might have seen other ones, is I have made in also a video some rustic fabric carrots, and I'm going to show how to use them with the flower I'm doing today, and also a few other ways just to be able to, do something like that. Go back and watch that video if you want to know that, but I'm going to just show a few of those things at the end of this. You're supposed to get snow on Friday. Yeah, I haven't heard in the future. Hi, Pamela from Wisconsin. Are you getting rain up there too? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what I chose today, and you can use any kind of ribbon. This is what I'm using today. I got this at Walmart, probably a few months ago, but I know they still have it. It's by the floral department. It is a beautiful lace. You could also do the same, like with burlap. This is wired. This is not. You can certainly do it with the wired. You can use colorful flowers, and you can do this, really, you're going to see, you can do this any way you want. So like I said, I'm using this beautiful lace. Oh, 80 in Florida. I think we're all jealous. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that you started watching me after that. All right, so I just got a ruler here, and I'm going to cut 5 6-inch strips. Now, if you want small, like if you have a skinnier ribbon, you could probably go a little smaller than that and just use smaller items. But for what I'm doing here, I think the 6-inch works really well, and I'm going to cut 5 of them because that's how many petals are going to be on the flower. Like I said, even if you don't like flowers, this is a really cool way to decorate, just to add a little something to almost anything. Like I said, at the end, I'll show you just a few items that you could put this on, and even mix it up with the rustic carrots that I've done on another one. Yeah, Robin, I love this ribbon too. It's not even, I can't say it's a ribbon. It's like a lace ribbon. I say it's a ribbon because it's on a bolt, on a roll like this, but it's lace. It's beautiful. So, all right. Let's get one more. And actually, this flower puts together really easily. You want to make sure you have your glue gun plugged in. I would totally recommend a low temp glue gun in this. You'll see, because either you're going to be burning your fingers, which you still might do a little bit, unless you wear those finger guards, which I don't always like to do. Or you're just, depending upon the ribbon you use, if you use like more of a silky ribbon, that'll probably melt it if you use the high temp. Hi, Deborah. Thank you, Leanne. Everybody, people that are saying sprinkle the love and that's what this is. I'm not supposed to be saying it, but I'd really appreciate it. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Yvonne is from Southern Designs and Finds. She was a sponsor for the Craftathon this weekend, and she had another craft show. I think she was showing crafts this weekend or teaching crafts. So check out her Facebook page. I love her. She's adorable to watch. I think you guys all will love her too. You ladies, I should say. All right, so I got to get my coffee out of the way of the glue gun, or we're going to have a really big mess. Okay, so all I'm going to do is each one of these, I'm just going to fold in half, and about in the middle, I'll hold it up. Maybe you can see it's a little hard with the lace. About in the middle, you're going to put a little dab of your glue right up at the tip, and you're going to put that together. And it is pretty hot. So, and when you're using lace, there's no way to get around it unless you wear the finger guards, but I'm not a big fan of them. But so you're going to do that with each one of these. So these I'm just going to put down. Again, this is really fast and easy. You just sort of judge where that middle is and put a little dab of glue, press it down. And I put paper on my Dollar Tree tablecloth. I don't want to wreck that. I just got it this weekend, but I like it. So it was a whole $1. Good morning, Mary. Thank you 2 times. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and put the next one. Like I said, this is actually a really fast craft, so that's what I'm going to show you at the end, how you can put some things together. Well, hello, everybody. There's so many on again. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. All right, and again, I'm using a low temp. This isn't my favorite glue gun. My favorite is the cordless, but the cordless that I have is not low temp. So I'm using a corded one. Corded, is that a word? We'll go with that, okay? All right. Okay, last one. We're just gonna go ahead and put a little dab of glue, and now we put them all in half. Okay, and just that dab of glue is sort of in the middle. Now I'm gonna go back to one of the first ones, and that's glued together. Now I'm going to take from one side and open it up, and take from the other side and open it up, and you're going to meet the ends. Hi, Suzette from Kansas. Helen, thank you so much. Hello. All right, so, and I'm going to put a bead of glue along this top edge. Now, it's okay that it goes a little bit above the edge. Again, this glue gun is not my favorite. We'll see if we can get that out. Okay. So it's okay to get it a little bit above the edge. And you're going to stick them together. And again, you have to be really careful. You can let it set up a little bit. With low temp, it works a little easy. And now all I'm going to do is squish it together. Really squish it in there good so that it stays together. And there's one of our petals. Okay. So wait till you see when you put them together. It's really cute. Okay, so, and that was fast, so we're gonna do 5 of them really fast. You're gonna have a mess of glue. All right, so again, we're just gonna open it up. I can even talk a little while I'm doing this, because I can do this and glue at the same time. All right, let's put this in. Where did you get the lace from? The lace, I said at the beginning, was from Walmart. So, and it's by the floral department. Yeah, Phyllis, I do like making the flowers too. Honestly, this is the first time I've made these. I saw some burlap ones, and they do them a little bit different. And I just thought this is so much easier. Sometimes they glue them together first, the ends, and then try and put the glue inside, and it's just so much easier folding them in half. All right, and you're definitely going to get glue on you doing this. There's another petal. Make sure that's squished together pretty good. Miss, how many petals? You're cutting 5. So you're cutting 5 petals, and is at 6 inches long, at least for this kind. And this is not wired. You can definitely use wired, and wired would be cute because you can adjust it. But for this kind of fabric, lace, I should say, you don't need to adjust it. Actually, I should probably bring this other one up here right away. There I go, talking and not doing it the way I should be doing it. Yeah, Norma, it's so easy. Like I said, the only thing you have to be careful is you're going to want to use low temp. If you have high temp, make sure it cools down before you do it. Do you see it dripping? That's what you get on your fingers if you're not careful. And people who watch me know I always get hot glue on my fingers. And sometimes I don't swear, but it's like, man, it gets hot. All right, so I just squish that together again. It's still a little warm. There's one. Thank you, Carol and Kim. Appreciate it. All right, we got 2 more petals left, and we'll put it together, and then that's the flower. But then I'll show you what it can be used on. I've got some really cute ideas, and to use it along with the rustic fabric carrots that I did on another video. You're gonna like that. All right, so again, this is so quick and easy. I could see doing different sizes of this if you have different widths. You could do even cut shorter petals. But again, doing the gluing it in half first is definitely the ticket to it, because that makes it so much easier than trying to get the glue in there and get them stuck together. Thanks, Suzette. Oh, thank everybody for doing this. I appreciate it. So, all right, last one, and we're gonna put it together. Thanks, Donna. Anything with lace would be cute. And you know what would be really, really cute is you take burlap and take a smaller, make a little bit smaller flower and put it together. That would be adorable. You know, pile them up a couple times or next to each other, sort of tucked behind. Or pastel colors. If you don't like this rustic, where lace isn't rustic, to me it's not. It's how you're going to use it. But if you use burlap with it, that's going to be more rustic. But when if you could use pastel colors, and then that would just be really cute. You can make adorable. You could put them on a sign with pastel colors, make a really pretty spring sign. That'd be cute. All right, 5 petals. Get some of this glue off of me. Okay, let's wipe it off onto my Dollar Tree tablecloth. All right, next. So, people that know me and watch me, they know I have buttons. I love buttons. So, I just went through and pieced around, and actually, I'm going to use this one. I wanted a bigger one, and you can see that has holes in, but I'm going to cover that when it's done too, so it's okay if the glue goes through that we're doing. Now, I'm going to do something a little different. I did try this earlier, but I didn't try this step of it. I decided, because I wanted to look a little more rustic, I used jute. I use jute in a lot of things that I want to do rustic. And what I'm going to do, I'm trying to think of how I was going to do it. I'm going to cut probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 1-inch pieces, or it doesn't matter if they're 1 inch, but this is just a little twist I'm putting on. I mean, other people make these kind of flowers. I've seen them with regular ribbon, but I want to try, I'm going to add some little, I don't know, what do you call the little spindle things that come off in the middle of the flower? I don't know that right now. Anybody out there know that can tell me that? I know somebody knows it. All right, so I cut a bunch of these little ones, and I'm going to put on the back of it, I'm going to put a ring of glue, and I'm going to stick some of these so that they're sticking out. Now you could even do like wire, pipe cleaner I think would be a little too big. Little like colored string, like say if you're gonna do the pastel colors, maybe some white little skinny yarn. But I'm just going around while the glue is still hot. It's starting to set up, so I want to do it quicker. I'm just gonna put a bunch of these in. No rhyme or reason or nothing. All right, so I got a bunch of them in. Those are gonna be my little stamens. That's it. You're right, Eve. Hello, sun in Pennsylvania. I brought my own sun today. We have rain. Thanks for all that love there, everybody. All right. So, did everybody hear the clock? That's what you guys are. It's not me that you're watching. It's you're listening for my clock. Right? That's all right. If that's what's going to keep you on watching me, I'm fine with that. All right, so now there's no front or back for these flowers. You can see if there's some, like if you like one side better than the other, put the front down. We're going to put it together like this. So, and if I don't like those little things, I'm going to trim them. I actually think I'm going to trim them a little shorter right now. I don't like them that long. And that was just an experiment. If I don't like them at all, I'm going to cut them off. All right, so so you just look at the side and you just start with one. Good morning. Beautiful day in New York. There's my clock. Yes, Myrna, there's your clock. That's why you watch me all the time. I know it, is you want to listen to my clock. 19 degrees in North Dakota. I think it's supposed to get colder here. All right, so all I did was put some hot glue in the back. And see, I'm going to leave some of these. Like I said, if you don't like them, you can cut them off. But I think it'll make it a little cute. I think little wire even, like that you can twist around a pencil, just little. All of it. Now, I didn't think of that. I would have totally done that. I just thought of it. That's my next one, is going to have little wire, that little real thin wire that you get like by jewelry making. Wrap it around like a little skinny pencil or something and put that behind, and then you can adjust it. So if anybody does that, put it out on the Crafty Servings Club page and let us see. My next one's going to have that. All right, let me just see what I'm doing here. And all I'm doing is I'm putting glue, and it's just about the right size to have 5 fit. You might have to adjust it a little bit. Oh, thank you, Myrna. Yeah, you love me for my clock. I know it. That's all right. I'm good with that. All right, so I just put some more glue on, lay it on top, and we're just going to put it all the way in. Faith, what did you miss? You missed how to put these petals together. So you're going to have to go back and look at how I put them together, because I don't know that I can actually explain it. So I'd love if you just watch the replay, but we're making this cute flower. And then I'm going to show you how to put it together with some couple other things and with the rustic carrots. So you'll still see some, but go back and see the beginning from how we made. All right, so we're going to add more glue here. And this, I don't know if it's a button. It's not really a button, but you can use buttons are good. It has the holes in, but it's okay. You're not going to see that because I'm going to put something over the top of it. Probably another button. All right, so that's 5 of them. And let's put the last one on. Isn't that really cute? And easy. Everybody can do it. I saw balloons too, but I didn't see what they used in the middle. Balloons were cute. I like lace too. All right, so that's that. And now, so I do like using other buttons, and because this has holes in, if you use a plain button that you don't have the holes, you wouldn't want to cover it, but you can use different things to use in the middle. They have, I've had these here for a while. These are little, sort of like burlap little flowers. You could put something like that in the middle of it. You could put even like brighter or like a colorful button that's going to match your ribbon, or like a little flower in the middle of it. You can see it. Flower in the middle. You could just use, without that other one, you could use a bright color. Isn't that cute? So you could use all like that. I'm going neutral because that's sort of me. I do like some of the bright colors, but I'm going neutral. So I picked out a button out of my other jar, my brown jar that I love, love, love these. It has a little design on it. I'm going to put that on top. Now, I seriously would use wire. You don't see these little stamens much. Use wire. That's a cute idea, if I should say so myself. All right, let's just do a little glue here. I'm going to pop that on the top of there. And that's the flower. Beautiful idea. Oh, it would be gorgeous for a wedding. Now let me just show you. And that's why I said at the beginning, you can use burlap ribbon. I showed you can use burlap ribbon. Burlap ribbon, it have wire in. You could use that. This does not have wire, but wire works perfectly fine. The same principle of how you do it. So let me just show you a couple of just little decorating. I did this one earlier. This was my practice one. So, and that was like with an orange button, and it was practice, so they're not exact, but this had wires in, so you certainly can do that. Yeah, Benita, I love my button stash too. You can never have enough buttons to craft with. All right, so let me just show you a couple little put together. So if you go back and watch, I've done another video and you've seen other people, and I think somebody this weekend did these fabric carrots. I did these on a live video, and so I'm going to show you how to put them together with a flower, and you can do multiple flowers, see all different fabric carrots. So I'm just going to show you the things you can put them in. Let's start with this burlap bag. Throw some stones on the bottom, put a little bit of fiber or some cotton fill in. Thank you, Joyce. Let's just put a couple of these in, and I'm just showing you, okay? I would play with it a little bit and put this down on here. That would be really cute, right? All right. I know, I'm quirky. Hubby says that. Okay, if I were to use a clay pot, I would put some like white paint to sort of rough it on a little bit, just a little bit of dry brushing on it to make it look a little older. But then you put a bunch of carrots in. Add that on. That would be really cute, right? And I think my favorite is a Hobby Lobby find. So this bag, actually I used on the gnome that I did this weekend. I think it's 4 in a pack at Walmart of these burlap bags. I like using them for things. Thanks for all the hearts. And my clock didn't ring. Ha! It must be me sometimes. Mary, you're gonna I have to go back and watch from the beginning on how I made the lace flower, because that's really what this was about, and it's too hard to explain how to make the petals. Okay, so it's easy, just go back and watch, but that's how I made it, and it was with this lace. Okay, so this is my favorite way of that I'm gonna use, like with the carrots and decorating. This was from Hobby Lobby in the spring department. I probably got it a month ago. It was, I would guess $11.99, and it was 40% off because spring has been for sale there for a long time at 40% off already. Yeah, the terracotta pot, put that out and have like some raffia sticking out too. That would be so cute. So definitely that. So this is my other, this is like, I think my favorite. We'll put a few of these carrots together. And you can even like hang a tag from here or something like that. I don't know how many I need. Let's just throw another one in here. Maybe we'll throw a bunch of them in here just so I know they're gonna stay up. Let's throw another one in here. They gotta stay in here. Otherwise, if you stick stuff down in there, they would stay up. But there, so you do this and put this down. Isn't that so cute? If I can see you all. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is like my favorite idea, is making this flower like we did. And yeah, this is my favorite. Hobby Lobby. And these were made on another video. Certainly can do that. But yeah, there's so many things. And like I said, you can double these up. You can put them something together. I mean, I don't know that I would put these two together. But burlap would be beautiful with it. Maybe a little bit smaller ones, put a few together. So that's what I have. If anybody wants,